Hello students and welcome back to online class. Today I am going to teach language to the students of standard 8. In my last video I had taught you the chapter preposition, and in that we are talking all about preposition of time. Now in this video I'll tell you about the other types of prepositions. See, prepositions of place. Now preposition of place show the position of a person, place, animal or thing referred to by the noun. So it'll tell you about the place in that sentence. Now see, like suppose preposition in. In is there. Now what is the usage of in a particular sentence? Like in is used to refer to large areas. We are talking about place, okay? We are talking about place. In is used to refer to large areas, like suppose in India, in the world. It also can be used to indicate something contained within a space. See, like in the cupboard. So when something is contained within a space, so we can use in the cupboard. So in can be used. So one way you can also say that in can be used for an enclosed area, like in a room. Now see on. On tells you, like when it is used to indicate the surface of something, then we use on. On the table, it is the surface. Surface of something has been kept on the surface of anything, like on the table. So we'll use on. Then instead of on, if we say that something is under the table, beside the table, these all words are also there. So on can be used when we are talking about the surface of something, like on the table. Now next one is at. See, at is quite important. Now at is used to refer to small areas, like in is used to refer to large areas, or at is used to refer to small areas, like suppose at Barbil, at Lakshmi Nagar, small areas. It can also be used to refer to a specific place, like at the entrance, at the hotel. Like see, at is used when the area is not enclosed. Okay, like in is used when the area is enclosed, like in a room. But at is used, it is not enclosed, like at the crossroads, at the entrance, at the hotel. So now here you see, when the place is a small area, a specific place, or when it is not an enclosed area, in all these cases we can use at. Then we have certain other prepositions also along with this, like see over, under, above, below, opposite, near, behind, between, beside. These all are the words which can be used in a sentence as prepositions. Now see, usually children make mistake between beside and besides. Now beside means by the side of, beside, by the side of. But if we add s, besides, besides means in addition to. Something is already there, in addition to that something else is there, then besides. But beside means just by the side of. We sat beside the fireplace. So beside here can be used. Don't add s over here. But see, in this sentence, besides giving his books means in addition to giving his books, I wrote notes for him. So even I wrote the notes for him. So here it will be used besides s. Then comes between and among. Now what is the difference? Between is used for two person or thing, and among can be used for more than two persons or things. Like see, for example, the property was divided between the two brothers. The property was divided between the two brothers. Two of them are there, so between. But in this sentence, the thieves quarreled among themselves. So more than two thieves are there. So we will write the thieves quarreled among themselves. So many more can be there. Now The next one is prepositions of movement and direction. When in a sentence the preposition indicates about the movement or the direction, then we can use these all words. So these prepositions show the movement to and from a place or the direction which is to be taken. Now see across. Now when do we use? Across is used to indicate movement from one end of something to the other. So from one end of something to the other, then you can use across the road. Then into, to indicate from outside to inside, from outside to inside. Example, into the pool. Then through, to indicate movement within a space. Within a space, movement is there. Through the jungle. Then towards. It is used to indicate movement in the direction of something. Towards the school, is walking towards the school. So towards. Then along, to indicate movement from one point to another, like along the road. So from one point to another, one person is moving, like along the road. So we'll write here along. So these all are prepositions. Then we have certain other words where usually you may make mistakes. So we will just have a look. See, in and into. What is the difference? In implies a state of rest or position inside something, and into denotes motion towards the inside of something. Like suppose Sonu lives in the rented flat. So this is a state of rest inside something. But when we say he jumped into the swimming pool, that means it is in motion. In is used for the state of rest and into is used when it is in motion. He jumped into the swimming pool, jumped. So this tells you that it is in motion. He is in motion. So we'll use into. So this is the difference between in and into. It's quite important. Then on and upon. On for things at rest. On is used for things at rest. Upon is used for things in motion. Like we sat on a bed. So that is in rest. So on. But the cat sprang. So this is in motion. When it is in motion, then it will be the cat sprang upon the table. Upon. So once again, on is used for things at rest. Upon is used for things in motion. Then comes by and with. Now once again see, by is used after verbs in the passive to express the agent or doer of the action expressed by the verb, and with is used with the instrument with which the action is done. So this is just like the tree was cut by the farmer with an axe. So this is the agent with will be used with axe, and by is used here with the agent. The tree was cut by the farmer. So the farmer is cutting the tree. So by will be used here and with will be used here. So don't confuse between all these. So the tree was cut by the farmer. Suppose you write instead of with an axe something else, then that will be wrong. So correct usage of preposition is very, very important. If your preposition is wrong, then the whole sentence will be wrong and the meaning will change. So I hope students, you all have understood this. Go through this once again, and in your language book you have chapter 31. In that chapter, preposition, see in page number 157, you have general rules regarding certain preposition. These all we have all gone through. Whatever I have discussed, you can once again see, and this you try to learn. Part 2, words followed by certain prepositions. I hope you can understand. So these are the words which are followed by certain preposition, like affection for, apology for. So these all. A long list is there. 1, 2, and then in this page also you have You will learn. You will learn these all till here. Till here. Till page 160. Till here. Disagree with, yield to. Then in our next class, we will refer the chapter 46 where we have exercise and we will practice. Okay. So till then, goodbye.